Hello, everybody. Meteorologist Hutch Johnson joining you on this Sunday night. We have some big time warming trend conditions continuing across the northern plains, but will it change? Yes, we'll have details on our next chance of flakes and a look ahead at the week right here on Hutch's Weather.
Now, a Hutch's Weather Update with Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson, brought to you by Robert Gibb and Sons.
As is always the case, thanks for joining me on Hutch's Weather. You can drop a comment. Let me know where you're watching from. If you're watching on YouTube, hey, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It really does help me out. If you're watching on Facebook, the follow button. I need more followers, so Facebook serves this information up to more and more folks. And I hope you enjoyed this beautiful day. We did have some spits of rain out there, but the temperature late in the day hitting 40 degrees. And look at these digits right now. As we cross into the 10 o'clock hour, let me turn the timestamp on here for you so you can see. All right, crossing into the 9 o'clock hour down to 39 degrees, 41 in Jamestown, 39 out there, or 41 rather in Brainerd. Look at Grand Forks, 43 degrees there, 37 Boston, Babe the Blue Ox saying dandy in Bemidji, 41 degrees. Right now, War Road has 36, and off to the west, we have some mighty mild conditions continuing there with Dickinson at 43, 45 Bismarck, and 39 gorgeous degrees in Minot right now. Here's what we need to know about the forecast as we go through the next few days. We're going to stay warm. In fact, we get warmer. There will be some unsettled weather, as we talked about all last week, as we go through with chances of hiccups in the forecast, just like what we saw today. Mixed precipitation working its way through. Here's your forecast facts for tonight. Temperatures will dip down, but only into the mid-30s here in Fargo. 34 degrees to start your day, 33 in the Grand Forks area. And looking off to the west, there's a boundary here with temperatures in the 40s. Along that boundary, more clouds and a chance for some mixed precipitation and or rain on the warm side of this system, with temperatures in the afternoon rocking. Now check this out. We have a northwesterly flow in our northern counties, keeping temperatures a little cooler there. Generally upper 30s to around 40 degrees. Down to the south, though, look at the heat is on out in South Dakota near 60 degrees there, and that heat spreads north. These winds converge, and along that boundary, we're going to see some clouds, and we're going to see some mixed precipitation. Could knife through a portion of southeast North Dakota as well. Nothing significant with regards to the amount, but we could have some areas of maybe slippery conditions here or there. So keep that in mind. Now, the 7-day planner looks like this as we go through the next few days. These beautiful temperatures will persist all the way through the week. Now, there's another little weather hiccup coming after a quiet Tuesday. Wednesday, some mixed precipitation, mainly in the south. And as we go through Thursday, we cool off a bit. But Friday, look at this. Looks like the warmest day of the period. We're going to be well into the 40s for many. Places with little or no snow on the ground have a shot at 50 degrees. But then a cold front comes. And as it does, the wind will change directions and we'll have a chance for some mixed precipitation. The track and the timing, uncertain at this particular time. Models do not agree. I'll have a video on that coming up here as we go throughout this forecast. I'll show you the latest. Look at the temperatures taking a huge step backwards on your Saturday. Checking out your average highs this time of the year. It's nice to say we're on the right side of that line for a change, with temperatures in the mid-20s, more typical for this time of the year. All right, taking a look at your Saturday planner and the forecast for the next couple of days. Let me show you the American models track. A low pressure center moving out of Manitoba and Saskatchewan as we go into Friday, knifing through the region. The best chance of snow looks to be in our northern and eastern counties. It will come with some wind. Way too early to get too specific about snowfall totals, but some in northern Minnesota may have a better chance at seeing more snow than here in the southern part of the state. Deb, good to have you on. Great to see you on board. Thanks for watching on my YouTube channel. And Leora, good to watch you as well from St. Hilaire. I hope things are going great up there, and I hope that you had some sunshine to enjoy today. 43 in Grand Forks. Hey, I want to answer a question too, because so many of you have shared some awesome photos. And there was one particular photo. If you know, you know, if you sent this and uploaded, you had a question with it. We'll go over that right now. BA, good to have you. 56. Oh my goodness. That's amazing. And thank you so very, very much for uploading all of your photos and for sharing stars with Hutch right here. Let's go to hutchesweather.com to the photo upload section. 43 in Cullum, says Brad. Thanks for joining and thanks for letting me know. We got some gorgeous shots here to share with you, including, well, let me see if I can find it. All right, it is right behind my noggin here. So let's go back and take a look at this. What we're going to see here on this particular photo is something pretty cool. And Wayne is asking, is this an example of what are called KH waves, or Kelvin Helmholtz waves in the atmosphere? This would be like what looks like maybe an upside down version of a Kelvin Helmholtz wave, but not exactly what we typically would see with KH style waves. KH waves, by the way, kind of look like a breaking wave at the beach does. You'll see this cloud that sticks up in the air, and then over time it breaks and curls just like a wave breaks as it approaches the shoreline. This is upside down where we see the pooches on the bottom side. So what I did do is take a look at the upper atmospheric winds, and when we get things that look wave shaped in the atmosphere, it can often be caused by winds moving in different directions as we go up, or at different speeds as we go up. And what we had today was some very fast moving wind up there at about halfway up through the atmosphere by pressure, about 500 millibars or a little higher. And those faster winds would correlate to maybe approximately where these clouds were. However, notice how thick the clouds were up high, more rain potentially producing clouds. So this is likely some heavier balls of rain or virga trying to fall out of the cloud, but it's moving fast and there's slower wind below it, and maybe even some drier air below it, causing this to evaporate before the ground. So definitely that's what it looks like to me. What do you think? Wayne, thank you for sharing your photo. Nonetheless, it's incredibly awesome to have you all sharing photos right here on Hutch's Weather. Now, a couple other fun photos from the weekend, and check it out. BA sharing this one here from the Glencoe area. You might as well grill some breakfast out there when you have temperatures approaching 60 degrees. Thanks so very much for sharing your photo, BA. Pleasure to have you on board as usual. Check this out as we look out in the Grandin area. The glowing sunshine out there, absolutely stunning. Brian, thanks for sharing. And a couple of late ones coming in from rural Gary as well. And then a beautiful view that we all don't always get to see. Angela, thanks for this gorgeous setting sun on fire out there, as we really did enjoy some beautiful conditions, Gary and elsewhere. Check this thing out. You see that? It almost looks like Northern Lights, but no, it's not. What we are looking at here, thanks to Ben McIntyre for sharing this over Finley, virga. Virga is precipitation that falls from the base of the clouds. Here it is, that little trail. So we've got, whether it's snow or rain, making its way out of the base of the clouds. When it's snow, we call it a fall streak. And oftentimes fall streaks appear to be white because they're made of ice crystals. When rain falls out, we call that virga. Now, there's a little bit of a difference there. So this is falling out of the sky, but it's evaporating before it makes its way down to the frozen lakes down there near Findlay, North Dakota. Gosh, thanks so much for this incredible view. Look at the wing of the airplane. What a view you have of the entire region. You can even see some of the frozen bodies of water out there. Fantastic shots. Keep them coming over at hutchesweather.com. Thanks so very much. Todd, Earl Todd says, windy out here in the Mondack border. Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at that as we go ahead and continue this discussion. You get to make the call on some of the questions that we talk about. Thanks so much for watching on my YouTube channel. Drop me a question there as well. All right, back to a quick peek at some of these conditions across the area. Look at Glendive, Montana. 41 there, 41 as we look out in that Williston and McKenzie County area, Dickinson 43, 45 in the capital city. We'll switch this over to those wind speeds right now, and this is a look at gusts. So it's only going to report the areas that are reporting gusty winds, and indeed, Sydney, Montana reporting gusts near 30. Look at Minot, 38 mile per hour gusts out there on this boundary. So sometimes having those winds that are increasing at different layers of the atmosphere can cause some of those clouds like we saw. Check out some of the gusts in northern parts of the Red River Valley here, over 30 miles per hour as well. So some areas seeing some breezy conditions out there, but all of us enjoying some beautiful sun. Dan, thank you so much for sharing stars with Hutch. All right, let's take a look at that visible satellite loop today real quickly. You can see we did have some clouds passing through, forming right here. And again, some of those clouds that you saw, you actually see this banding shape to some of those. So indeed, we got some pretty interesting shapes to the clouds. Some of that caused by fast winds up above, a little bit slower winds down here near the ground. Some of these winds, by the way, over 60 miles per hour up there halfway through the atmosphere, and even higher as we went up a little bit higher than that where the airplanes fly, coming from the north and the west. Our winds from the ground coming from the south, that gives us what we call wind shear in the atmosphere, and that can cause some of this rolling or wave shape that we see to these awesome looking clouds streaking across central Minnesota for the day today. Look at the oil patch out there, all the lights shining brightly out there. You can even see the outline of Lake Sakakawea. Of course, that's a satellite shot at night in the summer when the lake is not frozen, but still, nonetheless, a pretty cool view. All right, that is a look at your weather. Remember, we do have some changes in the offing, and I'll have a video updating a little bit more on the details with regards to the track and timing of our potential winter event as we go into Friday. Now, not all models are agreeing on the exact track of this, and that's why my confidence is pretty low in this particular track from the American model, but I will show that we have an unsettled pattern in the Pacific Northwest, and we'll see several passing weak waves, and that's what's going to give us our hit and miss mixed precipitation like this one here, Tuesday into Wednesday, then another one moving through as we go into Thursday. That's not the main event. Here we go, coming straight out of Regina and Manitoba, this low pressure system, an Alberta Clipper, or we could call it a Saskatchewan Screamer, just for fun. A lot of wind, some bands of moderate, maybe even heavy snow crossing from the northern border right into central Minnesota and northern Minnesota as we work our way through our Friday. So that's the way that's looking right now on that model. Not all models agree. Too early to call on snowfall amounts, but if this track timing persists, these are usually more wind than snow. But if it does tend to move through in this particular pattern with a brief period of some moderate to heavy snow, we could actually see a few inches out of this system, more than 2 to 4 inches in a few places if this pans out. I'll keep my eyes on it for you. Right now, that's a look at your Sunday night weather. Check in with me in the morning. Check out these high temperatures from the North Dakota Agricultural Weather Network for today. And again, look at this, 42 in Fargo. Late in the day, we picked up some of these higher temperatures here as we enjoyed a nice little late day warm up with the rain showers that made their way through. Look at Hazen out there. Woo-wee, 49 degrees. And Bismarck, Mandan sitting in those low 50s today, 53 at the end on site there in Mandan. Crosby, 40 all the way up north. We have 42 in that Langdon area. 37-degree day for you. Fox, Central Roseau County, 37 degrees. This is Becker County here. We had some low 40s there. And looking up to the north near the, Mahnomen County and Norman County border, we did see some temperatures that reached those 40s out there. Have a great evening. Thank you very much, Cheryl, for watching. Thanks to all of you for watching. For now, I'm meteorologist Hutch Johnson. Remember, I need weather kids, and you can sign up on hutchesweather.com anytime, anywhere. Scroll down to the Weather Kid button, click the button, and fill out the form there right online, and you can sign up today to help Hutch figure out all this wild weather that's getting more and more spring-like. And I say, you betcha, bring it on.